Today, in Part 1, Section M of Vigyan Bhairav Granth, we will discuss in detail the Shiva-Shakti dialogue on merging into the point by piercing the Pru chakra, a deep analysis of the shloka on merging into the point by piercing the Pru chakra, and so on.
Our intention right now is absolute and completely direct. We are stepping into a realm of supreme stillness together. You see, through this explainer, we aren't just studying some ancient text. No, we are receiving a literal transmission of cosmic consciousness. I really invite you to just quiet your mind for a moment, steady your breath, and absorb this profound knowledge with complete reverence.
Now, the Vidyan Bhairava isn't just a dry philosophical textbook. It's actually a living, incredibly intimate conversation. Think of it as an eternal dialogue between goddess Shakti, who represents the dynamic, seeking energy of the entire cosmos, and Lord Shiva, the very embodiment of pure, static consciousness. The goddess is seeking to know the ultimate reality. And Shiva? Well, he imparts this wisdom not through complex, tangled theories, but through direct, esoteric, and deeply experiential practice. The highest truths here aren't just thought about, they are discovered through pure action and direct experience.
Let's gently guide our focus to the subtle anatomy of the human body. In the yogic tradition, as you might already know, the body is basically a universe of energy centers which we call chakras. But today, our gaze rests on one very specific gateway, the Pru chakra, located right there, exactly in the space between your eyebrows. This center is the precise doorway for the meditative initiation we're about to explore. It's literally the threshold, the border between the scattered, noisy external world and the beautifully unified, divine space within.
Here we have the ancient verse itself, Karika 36. It's been preserved through millennia in the original Sanskrit. In these words, they actually carry the vibration of profound truth. It's amazing to think that this single shloka holds the complete technology for transcending the ego. Just listen to the resonance of this ancient instruction. It's intended to be absorbed not just by your intellect, but by your very soul.
And this brings us to the compassionate clarity of its English translation. The mechanics of this practice are remarkably simple, yet infinitely deep. It says, by closing the eyes with the thumbs and fingers, one should pierce the Pru chakra. Then, upon seeing the bindu, the ultimate status is attained within. The true genius of this instruction really lies in its absolute directness. There's no ambiguity here. It is a physical action that leads, immediately, to a supreme metaphysical realization.
Section 7. Semantic Deconstruction of the Verse. Let's take a closer look and break down this ancient terminology to reveal the secret mechanics hidden right inside the text.
So the first phase of the technique is intensely physical. The Sanskrit fragment Karuda Dragastina refers to the literal closing of the eyes and ears using your hands, essentially creating a physical seal. This acts as a door barrier, deliberately and firmly blocking all external sensory inputs. The entire world of noise and illusion is forcefully shut out, and this intentional sensory deprivation turns the entirety of your life force inward. It perfectly prepares you for Prubhedad, the intense, laser-focused piercing of the brow center. You're basically gathering all your scattered energy into a single, powerful beam of concentration.
From there, we experience the inner result of this physical seal. Once the Pru chakra is pierced by your focused awareness, you arrive at the viewpoint. This is the actual witnessing of the bindu, the inner point of luminous truth. What immediately follows is Kramala line, which is a deeply beautiful, gradual absorption of the mind and the ego. This divine dissolution happens in body, right there within your physical vessel, ultimately culminating in Paramasiti, the supreme state or ultimate status.
Let's consolidate this into a really clear, structured sequence. The mystic actually becomes brilliantly accessible through these 4 straightforward steps. Step 1. Create the door barrier by physically blocking your senses. Step 2. Pierce the eyebrow center, the Pru chakra, with unwavering, absolute inner focus. Step 3. Observe the viewpoint, that concentrated inner bindu of light. And Step 4. Allow the mind to undergo kramaline, naturally and gradually dissolving into that light. You see, this isn't just a philosophy to think about. It's a direct experiential sequence of actions handed down by a divine teacher.
Now, what makes this specific dialogue so utterly magnificent is its multi-dimensional nature. This single, seemingly simple practice actually carries deep significance across 5 distinct philosophical and practical lenses. Let's dive in and deeply immerse ourselves in each of these perspectives so we can truly understand the holistic power of Karika 36.
First up, we examine the spiritual significance. It's the ultimate withdrawal.
Spiritually speaking, the external world is often just a chaotic projection of illusions, keeping the soul endlessly distracted. But by physically sealing the senses and piercing the root chakra, your soul makes a triumphant return to its source. It's a journey, really, from a fragmented, scattered existence straight back into the luminous, unshakable truth of your true inner nature.
Then we have the religious significance, which roots us in deep reverence. Within the ancient agamic tradition, you have to understand, this is not just some self-help technique, it's a profoundly sacred act. When a practitioner performs this physical seal, they are stepping into a living, breathing stream of ancient tradition. They're actively honoring and participating in the cosmic union of Shiva and Shakti. It's a moment of pure devotion, literally expressed through the geometry of the physical body.
Next is the Tantric significance. Now, in a lot of traditions, the physical body is seen as a burden, right, or an obstacle to enlightenment. But the Tantric perspective of the Vigyan Bhairav completely shatters that notion. Here, the body is revered. It's seen as the ultimate, precise technology required for absolute liberation. Your hands, your senses, your eyebrow center, these are all divine instruments given directly to you to pierce the veil of ignorance.
From a philosophical standpoint, it's absolutely crucial that we understand the profound shift this practice demands. On one side, we have external reality. It's deeply fragmented, chaotic, and driven by the duality of sensory illusions, or Maya. On the other side is the inner bindu, highly concentrated, unified, and representing the absolute non-dual truth. By closing the sensory doors, you are making a definitive philosophical choice. You're choosing to leave the chaos of duality and merge completely into the absolute serenity of unity.
Yet, despite its soaring spiritual and philosophical heights, we really must acknowledge its stark, practical significance. It's an immediate, highly effective physical method. Think about it, the human mind fluctuates endlessly because it's constantly fed by external stimuli, sights, sounds, endless distractions. By literally blocking your eyes and ears, you forcefully cut off the fuel supply to the mind's anxieties. It grounds you instantly, making deep, profound meditation accessible right here in the very present moment.
So let's focus deeply on the ultimate target of this entire practice, the bindu. This is the infinite seed of cosmic consciousness and ultimate energy. When you pierce the Bru chakra, the bindu you witness is not just some visual hallucination or a random speck of light. Absolutely not. It is the intensely concentrated essence of divine energy. It's literally the singular point from which all creation expands and into which all consciousness ultimately dissolves.
I really want you to absorb this next concept. The process of kramaline, that gentle absorption of the mind, happens perfectly within this physical form. You do not need to escape your body to find the divine. Actually, through this practice, your physical vessel is entirely transformed into a divine sanctuary. The vastness of the cosmos is experienced entirely within the architecture of your own being. It's truly remarkable.
The culmination of this inward journey is Paramastiti, the ultimate status, supreme peace. This is a state that's entirely free from the agonizing options of the external world. It is completely free from duality, from fear, and from the endless, exhausting chatter of the human intellect. By piercing the Bru chakra and merging with the bindu, the seeker is stabilized in the highest, unwavering cosmic consciousness.
As we conclude this deep exploration of Karika 3.6, I want to leave you with a profound and mystical inquiry. When all sensory doors are forcefully closed, when the chaotic external world completely vanishes from your awareness, who is the one truly seeing the light within? I invite you to take this question into your own silence. Close your eyes, pierce the center, and discover the ultimate status for yourself.